And Genesect Shiny is rad.
Is fantastic. Although I swear to God, I feel like we got Genesect like less than 3 months ago. But
we did. It was a different drive that had not yet been shiny before.
Jeez, good Lord.
You gotta keep up, Kyle.
You're tuned into the GOCast podcast, your one-stop shop for updates, news, tips, and community in the world of Pokemon Go. Thank you for listening.
Let's shine some light on November with the Festival of Lights.
This week's PokéLore subject will have you saying, "Oh my gourd," and more on this episode of GOCast. Hello and welcome to the GOCast podcast, episode 257. It's October 28th, yet another third one in a row. It's Saturday. It's coming up on 3 p.m. It's the mid-afternoon for us. I'm your host, Chris, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Kyle.
Hiya.
Hey, Kyle, how you doing, man?
Doing okay. Yeah. It's cold outside now.
It is. It feels like fall. I mean, we had it 2 weeks ago. It felt like fall, but it really feels and smells like fall outside. It's great.
Yeah, down to the 2 days ago, it was 85 degrees outside.
Yeah, I couldn't stand that. I hid inside all day. I was like, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. But we actually were supposed to get like a bunch of rain too, but all we got was the cold front and like almost none of the promised rain, just a little bit. But anyway, I digress. Again, always Chicago weather with us. What's up with that? I don't understand. But hey, welcome to GOCast. We are going to be covering some cool stuff this week. We got the November content update and the first event. The details are out for that. Well, I guess it's technically the second event because Community Day we already knew about, and Day of the Dead. So it's the third event. I'm a liar out the gate. But shout out to our patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the show. More about Patreon and patronage at the end of the episode. Mr. Kyle, between us and talking about the exciting November updates, we've got to face some facts here and go over our goals from last week. So for yourself, you had set, let's see, 5 goals.
Yeah.
Did the first and foremost, Shiny Phantom, did it happen for you?
No.
Okay. Well, like, spoilers, you're not alone. So that's fine. Mega Progress.
Yes.
Buddy Progress.
Yes.
Did you get your Spirit Tomb?
I did.
Was it blue?
No.
Oof. Better luck next year.
It also made me grub it because it literally would not stay in the Pokeball, and I was getting very upset.
Oh my gosh, that's awful. You're just like, I'm not wasting resources on this regular Spirit Tomb.
It took me like 8 Pokeballs to catch it because it just was like, no.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is disrespectful.
Ugh. Pain. And then the other timed research. Did you catch up on your timed research?
I got everything done. All is caught up except for the Master Ball research that is still not going to happen.
With the raids, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because you got everything else done. Just
everything else is on that one is done except the raids.
Okay, well, it's one of these weekends before this is over, so it's got to be like next weekend or something like that. I'm going to roll through your neighborhood. You're going to give me your phone. I'm going to take it for an hour, and I'm just going to go do a bunch of local raids. It's going to be fine.
An hour. I need to do 50 raids.
If we can find them, we can do them, because I'll also have my phone, and they can ready up. God. Hey, you should just come along at that point, so I'm not breaking TOS, because I would never.
Niantic doesn't listen anymore. It's okay.
Oh, geez. We laugh because we cry otherwise. But so good for you. That's, let's see. That's 4 out of 5 for you. Nice work. For myself, I had 3 goals. Shiny Phantom being the first one, and no, did not happen. 50 eggs. I believe that happened. It's kind of hard to remember or like set what the timetable is anymore, since now we've been recording on Saturday for 3 weeks in a row. I'm pretty confident. So sure. Yes. And then any new shiny. I got a new shiny like 30 minutes ago on the way back home. It was shiny Zorua.
Oh my God.
Very,
nice.
Very lucky. Wow. So you know who I chose so that all of my Zorua were very, very visible? Overquill.
Okay.
Huge, spiky, just it's very easy to see and very noticeable. So eye catching, good stuff.
I got a very unexciting shiny this week.
What'd you get?
A Lillipup.
Oh my gosh. Good work.
Yeah.
It's not even an event shiny. I love it.
No, I don't even know why it was spawning.
Besides the Zorua, I got a Sableye and a Shuppet, but they're really not notable. Nope. And then I did manage, because I was out playing Monster Hunter for the Kuluyaku event earlier today, and did 2 Shadow Lugia raids.
Wow.
Successfully.
Look at you.
Yeah. Shout out to Greg and Camo and my new friend Pete. We had a good time. It was great. By the way, let's have a little, we didn't do it last week. Let's do our Monster Hunter minute really quick. Okay. So right now, there's a Halloween event going on, as there is in most games. And the Kuluyaku event is cool, mostly because I need its parts for my pants. But making the helmet is really, really cool. It gives you like a little attack bonus if you're using it today. And let me tell you, it was definitely effective with 4 full hunting people in a party, hunters in the party. All with that bonus, it definitely added up. It was nice. Yeah. How's Monster Hunter been for you, Kyle? Any notable?
No, nothing
notes?
notable. Slow progress. I am still on my first lap of the story that I need to really make progress, because I'm tired of seeing like 3 stars on my map that are not beneficial to me. My only thought is the hat for the event is not very good solo at all.
No, it's not.
Like I get they want to encourage the team play. There's no problem with that. But if you also want to encourage your new item, it should be better during the event than other helmet choices.
I think it is during this event period.
But like
5 times.
Barely. It's still, if you have like an attack 2 helmet, like if you have Rathalos helm or something.
Yeah, that's
much better.
It's exactly my situation, by the way, is that I run Rathalos helm in my main build. And so when I swapped to it when I was by myself, I was like, why all of a sudden am I getting like warnings for my attack power being low at these 6 and 7 star fights that I normally have no problem with? And then put my other helmet back. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So like it feels kind of weird. Also, there's a really great looking Halloween full armor set that Monster Hunter has that we only got the helmet of. So that was slightly disappointing.
Yeah, it's kind of like the costumed Gengar we got in Go. It's missing the whole body part, just the head.
Mm-hmm. That said, the randomized hat is very cool. I like it.
Yeah,
it's
it
fun.
Is neat.
Get to compare with people to see if you got an ugly one or not.
I've got a blue one. Kyle's got a purple one. He won in this scenario for sure.
Yeah, mine is very Gengar purple looking. It fit very well. I was happy.
Yes, big thumbs up. Very Halloween themed. For a new game, they're doing pretty well with their events. There's a new one on the horizon too. The Juratotus one. For
line up again with Community Day.
It's gonna be great. I guess I'm doing Warper Community Day with my plus in my pocket. But that's fine. That's fine. All right. Well, that's it for Monster Hunter Minute, I suppose. We will then hop into the news, because why not? Yo, what up? It's the news. All right. Let's dig into November, shall we? This is, again, an infographic. We will go section by section. I will say once more, I really miss having a full dedicated blog post for the November content updates, or the content updates in general for the months. I just prefer that format. I like the visual infographics as well, but I kind of miss the blogs.
Yeah, I would like to have seen them done together, but I get it. I think the biggest issue I have is you can't find this in game, like, because it's always posted on Twitter.
Yeah, it is. And then I go to PokemonGoLive.com for their news when we are putting together the show notes. And these things that are put on Twitter are never even like linked there.
Yeah, exactly. And I can guarantee you nobody is even going to PokemonLive.com.
I go every week.
I know, but we are the extreme exception. Even everyone listening here is extreme exception.
It's true. And I mean, like, I feel like we probably know more people than most that would reference that site, but all those people still somehow don't know anything about the events.
Yeah.
Just don't read.
Like, when does this start?
Right. Exactly. Okay, well, speaking of getting started, let's start here with the Pokestop showcases, which is the first little box here. November 1st and 2nd will be Dust Skull, You're going to have Gothita and Marini from the 15th through the 19th. What an odd pairing. And then on November 7th through the 10th, we've got Litwick in showcases. 11th through the 12th is a mystery Pokemon. I have an idea of who it is, considering this first event has a new Pokemon debut in it, so it could potentially be that.
I have a different thought. So
okay. Well, we'll get there in just a second after we wrap up the showcases. From the 22nd of November through the 27th, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley. On the 25th in particular will be Mareep and Ampharos. The 26th and the 27th will be I don't know why they decided to list these twice. I think it's because there's for the Community Day Classic from 2 to 5, there's those showcases. Wrapped around that are the Paldean starters through the 27th. And then on the 28th is Lechonk. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so what's your guess for the mystery one on the 11th through the 12th?
Do you want to make the guess now, or do we want to finish up with the events and stuff first? Because we're going to also be covering that.
We're going to, yeah, I suppose. Why spoil it? That's a good idea. All right, so mega rates from the 20th of October. So this is already live and out. Through the 2nd of November is Mega Banette. Houndoom is right behind that through the 12th. And then through the 16th from the 12th is a mystery. And then Mega Kangaskhan from the 16th through the 30th of November. Now, I think it is safe for us to speculate here about the Mega Evolution, what the new one could be. What do you think it's going to be, Kyle? Do you have any guesses?
Look, I'm not going to lie. I don't remember what's in the game and what's not at this point. Did they release Mega Tyranitar? If not, is this Mega Tyranitar?
Yeah, Mega Tyranitar is out. Yeah.
Then I don't remember who we're missing right now.
Yeah, remember he was the new like dark DPS king?
Yeah, it's all a blur. It's all a blur.
It kind of is. And embarrassingly, I'm kind of in the same boat with you, because every time I think about it, I'm like, did we ever get Mega Aerodactyl? Yeah, we got it really early. What about Mega Caesar? Yeah, but nobody uses it. Maybe like Mega Pince. No, we got Mega Pinsir, didn't we?
Mega Pinsir.
What about Mega Heracross?
We don't have Mega Heracross.
We don't have Mega Heracross. It's possible. It's awkward though, because it's a regional. I say that, but Mega Kangaskhan is on this list.
Yep.
I would like to see Heracross.
I don't know.
Or Mawile. Could be a throwaway one like Mawile, I suppose. Anyway, let's see what sticks. There's a couple of ideas. In 5-star raids, arguably more exciting, maybe not. Darkrai is currently in raids through the 2nd of November. And then from the 2nd through the 9th is going to be Genesect with the Douse Drive. That's the water one, and it can be shiny. Virizion from the 9th through the 16th, shiny chance. Cobalion from the 16th through the 23rd, shiny chance. Terrakion from the 23rd through the 30th, shiny chance. Now, I'm hoping that this means that Caldeo is on the horizon here, in some sort of accessible way. I'd love to rate it. That'd be cool. Spotlight hours, which happen every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. On the 7th of November is Chin Chow with 2 times candy for transferring. On the 14th, happy birthday to my sister, 2 times XP for evolving with Baniri. It's actually very fitting. She does love her rabbits. November 21st will be Dunsparce. Let's go. 2 times Stardust for catching Pokemon. I'm kind of down for Dunsparce Spotlight Hour. I'll be honest with you. I want that shiny. Yeah.
It's fine. Prepared for whatever they do for the Dunsparce.
The Dunsparce. Yeah, I'm at the edge of my seat for that, actually. Unironically. Seriously, I would love the Dunsparce now. Lechonk on November 28th, 2 times XP for catching. Those are not bad Spotlight hours. Kind of okay with it. Raid hours, these are on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. On the 1st is Darkrai. On the 8th is Genesect, Douse Drive. 15th, Virizion. 22nd, Cobalion. 29th, Terrakion. Good stuff. And then research breakthroughs for this month. This is not that surprising. Galarian, Farfetch'd, Larvitar, Sableye, Bagon, Furfrou, and Goomy. And now, since Goomy's shiny has been released, everybody can be shiny in this research breakthrough. Isn't that nice? It's nice. Okay, events. Here we go. Here's the big thing. Day of the Dead. We covered it last week. Will be November 1st through November 2nd. And on the 5th will be Whooper Community Day. Festival of Lights is the 7th through the 12th. We'll be covering that in just a moment here. Raid Day on the 11th. We have no clue what that is quite yet. Fashion Week from the 15th through the 19th. So get your fur-frou ready for your different trims. And Party Up event from the 22nd through the 27th. And Community Day Classic is November 25th. Mo-Reap.
Yeah.
Yep. Has that actually been announced? I don't think it has been.
It hasn't. I was double checking this once we looked at the showcases. I'm like, wait, is that the only confirmation we have?
I think this is the only confirmation we've had right here. I mean, okay, so our reasoning here, for those of you that are wondering how we know without knowing, is that there's a showcase on November 25th from 2 to 5 for Mo-Reap. There's no other reason. It's not going to be like Merrill Community Classic and they throw Mo-Reap in showcases. So that's fine. Yeah. So that's it. That's November. It's before December.
I mean, it's fine.
That's fine. Yeah. What's a highlight for you?
Probably the new Pokemon coming out for Festival of Lights.
Oh yeah. Do you like that Pokemon?
It's fine.
Okay.
It's just nothing here really stands out for me. I don't care for any of the legendaries that we have at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe the mystery mega raid will be exciting, but
could be. It also has the potential to be incredibly underwhelming if it's like Mawile.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. That's cool. To me, I think Dunsparce Spotlight Hour and Mo-Reap Community Classic. I guess I've already talked about how Whooper is going to be my like highlight of the year, but Dunsparce Spotlight Hour. I need the shiny so bad. That's really the point I'm trying to make.
I cannot express how little I care for Mo-Reap Community Classic. I mean this in the nicest way possible. I think this might have been one of the worst decisions to make for a classic.
Okay. With all due respect, you have bad taste. Mo-Reap is beautiful, cotton candy, shiny.
Mo-Reap is a fine Pokemon. I have nothing against Mo-Reap.
Okay. It sounds like you do.
As a choice for classic, it's bad.
You only have so many choices. You got to
There's a lot of better choices.
But we've done a lot of the good ones already.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we've done.
We've had 6 Community Day Classics.
Yeah,
total. We've had like 36. No, we had 48 Community Days. Like 44 Community Days because December's. But
we had Beldum Classic, didn't we?
No, we had Larvitar Classic. We haven't had
Larvitar
Classic.
Yeah, okay, well, I rescind my statement. We should have had Beldum Classic by now.
But like Beldum Classic. Like any of the other starters would probably have been a more interesting choice. I don't know. It's just even back in the day when they did the first Mo-Reap Community Day before we had started recording the show, or was that right before, wasn't it? Yeah, because I didn't really know what
I didn't do it, so yeah,
I was working. So, but even then, you're like, why are we doing it? And that's because it was in 10K eggs, and that was the only easy way to get it. So it was actually an exclusive Pokemon.
Yeah.
So like it's not even close to that nowadays.
Yeah, but
that's why it's kind of weird.
But Ampharos is tall. That's a plus, right?
Sure. I don't know.
Okay, I was led to believe, a la Alolan Executor, that if it's really tall, it's really good. Why is
how
Ampharos
tall do you think
left
Ampharos
out?
is?
At least 5 feet tall. At least 5 feet tall.
It is 4 feet 7 inches.
I was darn close.
Ampharos is short.
It's not that short.
That's a short Pokemon.
Yeah, but it's got a slender neck. Looks tall. With the right camera angle, I think Ampharos could really throw some people for a loop as long as there's no door frame in the background for a reference.
No.
Okay.
I disagree. I'm not saying I have anything against Mareep and Ampharos. I like them as Pokemon. It's just a very uninspired choice for a classic when there are so many other classics they could do.
Okay, point taken. I will be solo excited for Mareep Community Day.
I will not probably play.
Okay.
I might play to finish the research. So 15 minutes to finish the research that I'll spend $1 on because completion's sake. But
do you have the full shiny family though?
Yeah. I'm pretty confident I have more than a few, but
I'm actually not sure about my status for shiny Mareep.
Yeah, I have 3.
Are you sure we didn't have? Well, actually, I'm asking myself. Am I sure that I didn't do that community day? No, they're from GoFest Seattle.
I have 1 from Seattle and then 2 just from the wild, like full odds from what I can tell.
I've got 6.
Yeah,
my excitement might be a little bit less, but I still like that Pokemon. One of them's level 1, dude. Let's go. All right. Anyway. Cool. That's right. November, but we're not quite done with November yet because we do have a new event to talk about. We covered Day of the Dead, Dia de Muertos last week, as well as Wooper Community Day. But now, this week, brand new news, breaking news, Festival of Lights from the 7th through the 12th. Trainers, the Festival of Lights is happening soon in Pokemon Go, and you can look forward to encountering Tadbulb as it makes its Pokemon Go debut. Some Pokemon in the wild will also have a glowing effect at nighttime. Shine brightly with your Pokemon and celebrate. Shine bright like a diamond. They'll be a little luminescent. That's pretty cool. Like to see that. Wasn't this last year? Didn't Litwick glow at night and stuff?
I remember that.
I remember that. Yeah. And I think it was a little underwhelming because we were looking at it, we're like, oh yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. So it'll be cool to see potentially other Pokemon doing it, maybe even a little bit brighter. So when is this? Again, as mentioned, November 7th at 10 a.m. to Sunday, November 12th at 8 p.m. local time. Debuts will be Tadbulb, the Ella Tadpole Pokemon, and its evolution Bellibolt. Those two will be making their debuts. If you've never seen Bellibolt and you don't know what Bellibolt looks like, Bellibolt is a ideal Pokemon design. Big fan.
These have to have the worst Pokemon category of all Pokemon, right?
Yeah, it's
really bad.
It doesn't sound believable.
It's not a real thing. It's the Ellie Tadpole and the Ellie Frog Pokemon. What?
Yeah.
They couldn't. Why couldn't they just be called the Electric Frog Pokemon instead?
You got me. Maybe a character limit or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Arcanine is the legendary Pokemon, and that's a lot of characters.
Yeah, no, it's very strange. There's not even a space in between the Ellie and the Tadpole or the frog. Yeah. I don't know.
Localization, what are you doing? Come on.
I looked it up to make sure that it was copy and pasted correctly. That's how not confident I was in this Pokemon's category.
I appreciate you checking. Thank you. Event bonuses: 2 times Stardust for hatching and 2 times candy for hatching. Incense, except for daily adventure incense, activated during the event will last twice as long. Those are some decent bonuses. I know I'm speaking with bias. Timed research, event exclusive timed research will be available throughout this event. You'll be able to complete the timed research, and they will be focused on exploring and catching Pokemon, aka spinning stops, walking, and catching. Probably be the tasks. Complete the research tasks to earn an event exclusive shirt, avatar item, and encounters with event-themed Pokemon. Wild encounters for this event will be Pikachu, Vulpix, Ponyta, Magnemite, Voltorb, Chinchou, Mareep, Slugma, Electrike, Litwick, Morlul, which is having its shiny released with this event. That's pretty chill. And Tadbulb will be out in the wild. We love it. 7-kilometer eggs will hatch these 4 Pokemon during this event: Elekid, Magby, Dedenne, and Morlul. So the new shiny in a 4 candidate egg pool is not bad. Not bad at all. And Dedenne, I think people are still kind of chasing Dedenne, if I remember correctly. Increased incense encounters. So remember, one of the bonuses is that incense lasts twice as long. So here are some fun encounters for the event. Alolan Geodude, Hisuian Voltorb, Slugma, Volbeat, Illumise, or Illumise. I can never make up my mind between those two. Blitzel, Litwick, Litleo, Dedenne, Morlul, and Tadbulb. Field research task encounters Darumaka, Morlul, and Tadbulb. Tadbulb just all over the place. We love to see it. The showcases will be having Litwick and Tadbulb, so it already clarified that one question for us. Here it is, that mystery showcase from the 11th to the 12th. There's going to be a new avatar item. It's the event shirt. It looks cool. Some lights on it. It's fine. And exclusive bonuses for trainers in India. Trainers located in India can look forward to a special collection challenge that awards Stardust, XP, and an encounter with Tadbulb. And they can also earn twice the candy for catching Pokemon during the Festival of Lights event. I'm a little upset that they're going to get a collection challenge that we aren't. I got to tell you, that's like the one thing I care about now. Is that number on that medal?
Well, you're already out of luck because we've had Safari Zones in other places that probably had collection medals. So
yes.
You can't be upset if a collection challenge was not available to you and you don't have it. So
the GoFest ones too.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about like very recently. So
yeah,
like this is the exact same concept. It's just actually in writing.
Not happy about it. I'm mad. I'm seething. If you look at the video, my face is beet red. I can hardly breathe. All right. So Kyle, what do you think about this event?
I think it's fine. I mean, it's cool to see a new Pokemon and new shiny happening.
Yeah.
So you can have two different things to focus versus like it's just the new shiny.
Yeah.
Tadbulb's okay. I'm kind of middling, have always been middling on Tadbulb and Bellybolt. It always felt to me like Bellybolt needed another evolution.
Oh, really? You think Bellybolt's...
It feels incomplete.
It feels like a middle evolution to you?
It feels like a middle evolution. A very cute, like a well-designed one versus a lot of poorly designed middle evolutions.
Yeah.
But still a middle evolution. It feels like it should have like leaned into the theming they had with it, like, and doubled down for another evolution and really gone for it. But
like a much bigger squatter frog or something.
Yeah, like just go like all in on the like the tubbiness with the goofy face or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's exciting. And also like electric types are the least common type in the whole game. So like that's fun.
Is that true?
It is true. There are less electric types than there are dragons.
I thought ice was one of the lowest ones.
It is low, but electric is the lowest. Last time I read it, that was before Gen 9 came out. So, who knows? That could have changed, but
not likely. I don't remember there being a surplus of electric types. But okay, cool. One other note, Bellybolt's shiny is good. Tadbulb's is not.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Tadbulb's is like sort of like a color shift, and then Bellybolt goes from blue to gold, and that's always a winner.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Also, I have a bit of like anger at Tadbulb because it's so small. In the games
Scarlet and Violet.
And Scarlet and Violet is already plagued with that problem, so like makes me more upset at Tadbulb than I probably should be.
Yep. Yeah, whenever I'm shiny hunting in that game, I always have my camera zoomed out, which means that I am all the more vulnerable to tripping over a Tadbulb and crashing into a tree or something like that. Yeah. All right, well, there's that event. Something for y'all to look forward to. It definitely is not bad. And November looks really, really quite decent. And I don't mean that to be disparaging. I mean that to be encouraging. Really quite decent is kind of where these should be, I think, these updates, without, I suppose, like the exception of some months. Like next month, I think it is okay since it's December and December has a track record. It's okay to have your expectations higher. But no, for November, this is fine. Not bad at all. All right, that's it for the news.
Hang on. I have to double check my information because ice or electric's not the rarest type, and I can't find the answer to what is. It might still be ice. As of Gen 8, electric and dragon were tied. Ghost was more rare at 72, and then fairy And then ice at only 58. Okay, cool. So
Yeah, there's 88 different Pokemon with electric typing.
yeah, okay.
So ice is the lowest?
Ice is the lowest, although this list is a little bit old here. So
okay. I'm on Cerebi, 67 different ice, 88 electric, and then dragon was the other one, right? 90 for dragon.
Cerebi says 67 ice.
Yes.
Bulbapedia only says 58 ice.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. There are 67 different Pokemon, including unique forms and mega evolutions.
Oh, okay. Those don't count.
Yeah.
Before we move on, wanted to take the one thing we didn't touch because we want to guess on is raid day. We have a raid day coming up in November.
Oh, that's right.
What do you think the raid day is going to be?
I have no clue.
No guess?
I have zero guess. I don't know what else. What is there to go on?
I have one guess.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Paldean Taurus.
Oh, that's a good one. How do you think they're going to do the typings? Do you think they're going to split them up, or they're going to be hemisphere based or something like that?
They're probably hemisphere based because they are version exclusive in the series. Yeah. And they may just do the normal type though, like the plain one with no typing. That's just fighting type.
They could.
Both versions have.
They could.
It just feels right because they're doing all of these Paldean stuff, and it's the only Pokemon I can think of from Paldea that would make a good raid day.
And it would make a really, really good raid day. For those of you at home listening, or I guess maybe if you're not, for those of you listening, regardless of where you are, the Paldean Tauros is version exclusive Pokemon. The base one is fighting type, like Kyle said, but version exclusive versions of them, so there's technically 3 different ones, also has a subtype of fire, and the other one has a subtype of water. And they look marginally different. They have little, like their tails look different. They're cool. It's a cool Tauros. I really liked it. Like seeing the reveal of a black Tauros was so cool in the trailers.
So here's hoping. Maybe.
Let's hope. All right. So now, truly, that is the end of news. And now we are going into Gear Up.
So this week on Gear Up, I'm going to just do a raid review of what we have coming up. Just what's noteworthy, what's not noteworthy, that kind of stuff. And first up, we have Douse Genesect. And it's going to hurt Chris to say this. Genesect is fine as a bug type. It's just fine. It used to be really good.
Used to be.
Doesn't say a lot about bug types. But Pheromosa and Volcarona both like absolutely destroy it. Of course, probably not a lot of people have Volcaronas worth using right now.
And even Pheromosa, it wasn't around very much.
So it has not had a lot of opportunities for good rating. That said, Vikavolt and Yanmega are both comparable and significantly more affordable options than Genesect is. Especially with, Vikavolt and all that community day. And
these words wound me, Kyle.
It may have some use in GBL. Its ranks are okay on PvPoke for both Ultra and Master League. I don't know enough about that. I just look at the ranks and be like, that says something to me, though.
Okay.
Next up, we have Virizion, and that one's just no. Don't use it in PvE. It's fighting type, and that's too competitive. Just doesn't work.
I think doesn't Virizion have play in GBL?
It does. It's ranked fairly highly in Ultra League.
Okay.
So there's that. But next up is Cobalion, which is still no for PvE. But Cobalion is ranked number 4 in Ultra League. So that's a big deal. That said, this is asterisk here. With Sacred Sword. They will not have Sacred Sword in raids this time around. So you will need an Elite TM if you want to use them pretty much to any capacity at all, including the next one on the list here, which is Terrakion. Terrakion's very good. Terrakion is the best non-shadow, non-mega fighting type. Again, assuming Sacred Sword. And even if you include shadows and megas, he's still almost at the top. He competes with everything except for like Mega Lucario.
Can I give you 2 hot takes?
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's just 1 hot take and then 1 admission. Terrakian's my least favorite Sword of Justice. I think he looks really goofy, but
Really?
I think he's got a really good shiny.
He's my favorite of the short Swords
No,
of Justice.
wait, really?
I think if we don't count Keldeo, I think Virizion is the goofiest by far.
Yeah, but Virizion has the best shiny. Turns red.
That's fine,
it's
but
awesome.
it's goofy. It's goofy looking.
Why? Because he looks like an aircraft carrier, or a hammerhead deer. Oh gee, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
I like Terrakion. I like the cow.
Just so doofy looking. Like
I don't think he's that doofy looking. I don't know. I don't agree.
Man, okay. All right.
As for PvP, it would probably not surprise anybody to find out that the Pokemon that has the most weaknesses of all Pokemon is not very good in PvP. But it's actually okay in Master League. It's got some potential play, although I don't know anything about Master League, so who knows about Master League actually? The whales, the ultra whales out there.
Here's a fact about this thing, but I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, here's an objective rating about a subjective website that uses a very specific formula to calculate this, and people disagree with it. So
I like to think of this as like, they're not your words. You just organized them and presented them.
Look, right. All I can say is that Terrakion has 7 weaknesses.
7. Oh, that's more than me.
7 types can hit Terrakion super effective, and that's not good.
No, that ain't
that's
good.
Not good.
No, that's not ideal. Less than, one could say.
That said, Terrakion's still the best of these 4 to raid, for sure. Unless you want, I guess, Cobalion for Ultra League.
Yeah, and the shiny hunting, there's something to be said about shiny hunting for the Swords of Justice, because as much as like I'm not a big fan of that whole group, their shinies are all pretty rocking. Cobalion's is the weakest, and it's not bad.
Yeah, they're good shinies for sure. We've just had them so many times.
Yeah. And Genesect shiny is rad.
Is fantastic. Although I swear to God, I feel like we got Genesect like less than 3 months ago, but
we did. It was a different drive that had not yet been shiny before.
Jeez, good Lord.
You gotta keep up, Kyle.
Look, as long as I knew the Pokemon was still in the raids, like this is too soon. Too soon.
Too soon. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Well, thank you. Thanks for getting us ready for this month of raids. And then I guess tempering our expectations. So cool. We are going to take a short break here, and then when we come back, it's going to be time for PokéLore. Welcome back. It's time for PokéLore, and this week, because this is technically our Halloween episode. Happy Halloween, Kyle.
Happy Halloween.
We are going to be covering Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist, the pumpkin Pokemon. Starting, of course, with Pumpkaboo. We've covered these in the past, but it was a while ago, and I just couldn't help myself because they're fun. Pumpkaboo is a ghostly pumpkin-like Pokemon that varies dramatically in size. Encasing its lower body is a pinkish pumpkin with a pair of nubby legs. Carved into the pumpkin is a pair of circular holes that glow yellow-orange. Pumpkaboo's shadowy black body pokes out of the top of the pumpkin. It has glowing yellow eyes, a pair of fangs in its upper jaw, and pointed ears that curve slightly. On top of its head is a long tuft of fur that curls tightly at the tip. A collar of furry-looking tufts hangs over the edge of the pumpkin. Pumpkaboo becomes active after dark. The holes in its body can glow and illuminate the way for travelers in the dark. It is said that it also carries wandering spirits to the afterlife by storing the spirits in its body. However, its own spirit is trapped in this world. Oh no, what a predicament. Pumpkaboo can hypnotize and control any humans or Pokemon. Any? Like Arceus?
Oh, I mean, depends on who the writer is, I suppose.
And I guess this leaves Ultra Beasts out, huh? Okay. It does this task by releasing streams of light from the holes in the pumpkin. Pumpkaboo and its evolved to form Gourgeist are the only known Pokemon capable of learning the move Trick or Treat. Speaking of Gourgeist, Gourgeist is a ghostly gourd-like Pokemon that varies dramatically in size. Its body is a dark brown pumpkin with a glowing yellow-orange face carved into the front and a pair of nubby legs. The face consists of 2 triangular eyes and a grinning mouth. On top of the mouth is a small triangular cutout for a nose. Poking out of the top of the pumpkin is its slender brown-orange head, which has bright yellow eyes and a small mouth with no visible nose. That's okay. You don't need one. That's fine. Gourgeist has long, light pink hair with arm-like tendrils framing its face and bangs that usually cover one eye. On top of its head is a crescent-shaped tuft that is brown on top. This tuft resembles a pumpkin's stem. In the anime, Gourgeist has shown the ability to retract its upper body into the pumpkin, giving it the appearance of a traditional jack-o'-lantern. In the night of a full moon, Gourgeist wanders town streets while singing an eerie song. Those who hear its song will be cursed. It is also known to sing joyfully while observing prey it has entangled in its arms. That's terrifying. Gourgeist and the pre-evolved form Pumpkaboo, they know trick or treat. Nobody else does. Stay away. Stats. We're going to be covering just the stats for the supersize form. Every different size form actually has a unique stat spread. They don't vary all that much, but honestly, it's not worth it to really look into all of them unless you're going to do something for GBL, but I don't think that's a thing. But just for reference here, we're talking about the supersize stats. Max CP at 40 is 2633. At 50, it's 2976. Just couldn't quite get to that 3K mark. 198 stamina, 200 defense, and 182 attack makes for a rather mediocre stat spread, but not the worst. Best moveset, Hex with Shadow Ball and Seed Bomb. That's what you're going to want to do. Yep. Nothing else to say about that, honestly. So... Kyle, I'm going to assume that you're a fan of Pumpkaboo since, it's Halloween and you like Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, I love Pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo is a huge favorite. Yeah. I like Gourgeist less than Pumpkaboo.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think they went in the best direction for the evolution, but Pumpkaboo is S tier for sure.
Yeah. And I don't think Gourgeist is bad. I just like Pumpkaboo a lot better.
Yeah. There was more opportunity, I think, for Gourgeist, and it was just, it's okay.
Yeah. The hair is definitely a choice. It's not a phase, Mom.
I think the thing that maybe sticks out for me is that the pumpkin is brown in the evolution, and it's orange for Pumpkaboo, like you would expect it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks kind of weird.
Yeah, it's also strange that Pumpkaboo is like the cat looking face on top of the pumpkin. And then in Gourgeist, it just becomes the gourd instead of going with that whole thing. Like it doesn't go the Applin route, where that the thing inside evolves too.
Applin.
So
Applin, I need you to come home to go.
Hey, I never got to ask you because we didn't cover any of the DLC stuff, but Dipplin, thoughts?
Dipplin is amazing.
Dipplin's so good.
Dipplin is better than Flapple, but not as good as Appleton.
Yeah, Appleton is
Appleton is it might be like top 10 in my list of Pokemon. I love that Pokemon.
Yeah.
So Dipplin is still very good. It's one of the best concepts they've had of Pokemon in the last 15 years. That family.
My way of rating whether or not a Pokemon design is universally good is that I show it a picture of it to somebody who does not care about Pokemon at all, unprompted. And if they go, "Oh yeah, look at him," then it's good. If they don't say anything, then whatever.
Yeah, see, that works because if you showed somebody like Vanillux, they'd be like, "Huh?
Excuse me? Did you draw this?"
oh, hang on though. I can turn this back on you because you like Ice Cube, and I guarantee you if you showed that to anybody, they would say what?
I don't think I like Ice Cube. I just don't hate Ice Cube.
Okay.
But it needs the ice on its head. I don't like the other one.
Okay,
I don't like the other one.
We're going to move on to PokéPoll.
No. Now you've made me uncomfortable thinking about that Pokemon. Stop it. All right. Well, that's Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist. Happy Halloween, everybody. Let's move along here to PokéPoll.
So last week's PokéPoll was, It's no secret that gyms need a revamp. What are your best ideas on how to improve gyms in Pokemon Go? Our first response from Bulbaseth, and they said, Pokemon placed in the gym have a chance of spawning in the wild. This would give trainers a better chance to catch the regionals they may need if someone has one in a nearby gym.
I like that idea.
I like that. Something that kind of like plays off of the idea of breeding without having to like actually commit.
Yep.
And also enhances the whole feeding berries to get a candy function that nobody actually cares about.
I mean, the people that do are the same people that care about gyms. You know,
but
and so not usual conversation, I suppose. But I think the biggest thing with this is that this is just a smart way of adding more player agency, which is always a good thing.
Yeah. Next response from Artemis Dragon. They said, channeling my inner Kyle here, but I don't know if gyms are even salvageable at this point. Fair thought. They've had over 6 years to make changes and we've got nothing. Ever since they revamped them in 2017 prior to raids going live, there hasn't been any new developments. Hey, they changed the backgrounds during raids.
They added spectators.
Bring back training? No. Add five-star Pokemon to gyms? No. Share a gym with friends who are on the other team? No. Fix the bug that cluster all Pokemon together amongst other bugs? No. I hate to say it, but I just don't think Niantic cares. That's just focused on gyms.
I'm not going to argue with any of that.
This is all very true.
Yeah, but we're pretending that they do. Gyms are non-problematic right now, and so they're not going to focus on them.
They're just not positive. The only positive is they give players who put in the effort a minimal amount of Pokecoins.
True. Yeah. And visual bugs are the lifeblood of this game. Thank you very much. So even if they do change them, I hope that when they load in, they're all still vertically stacked on each other because it's just too funny.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Our next response from Cody in the form of an email, and they said, what's up, guys? I'll keep this as short as possible because this is an idea I put little to no thought into. Make gyms reset daily. In order to challenge a gym, you have to do a 6v6 against a specific type, like a gym in regular Pokemon. The difficulty will scale with level. Once you beat that, you will challenge whoever controls the gym, like how it is now, and you just get your 50 coins. Bonus if it's a steel, water, ice, or grass gym that you're facing, it acts as the type lure, and you can evolve Pokemon that need a type lure to evolve, like Eevee into Glaceon or Leafeon. Okay, so it's longer than expected. But yeah, that's a fun way to redo it. Oh, and there's a chance for a shiny of the first Pokemon you beat in the 6v6 after defeating it. Okay, I'm done now. Have a good rest of your day.
As much as I like the shiny thing, I don't think they would do that because it'd be a meta.
I will say I like the idea of forced gym resets every day.
Yeah.
I like that. It forces people, depending on how you see this as a positive or negative, to interact with the system if you want to be there. It punishes people for taking the gym at like 2 a.m. if it resets at like 4 a.m. or something. But that they
deserve
really
it.
They don't really care about those players anyways, all things considered.
That's true.
So it's not that surprising.
Well,
but
they get more ghosts at 2 a.m. Isn't that right?
I mean, yeah, they do. But like they also don't get any raids.
No. I mean, I think I remember caring about playing late at night like twice ever in this game. And it was for some ghosts really, really early on when we were first starting this game. And then it was for Lunatone. And that was it.
Yep. But yeah, I do really like the idea of the gym resetting for sure.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Especially like, when you have a Pokemon that's trapped on a gym that's never going to get freed.
Yeah, it just removes that problem from the game. Obviously, some people like to hold the gym as long as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a fair critique.
Mm-hmm.
Rework the way gold badges work for gyms if you do this, I think.
I wonder how often you would just see gray gyms all over the place that nobody cares to claim if this happened.
Be a great indicator of how much people actually play Pokemon Go or not.
True. Yeah, that's fair.
But that said, if you see gray gyms everywhere, if nobody has put a Pokemon in it in what is it, like an hour, anybody can put one. So like you just have to drive by and pop. All it takes is one player playing in a neighborhood to fill every gray gym. I don't think they would ever happen.
But what I'm saying is like I don't care enough more times than not to, even if it's open, to put a Pokemon in.
I think a lot more people would care enough if they didn't have to fight a gym.
Yeah. Okay.
The only reason I don't go to gyms as an instinct player in a neighborhood that's filled mostly with Mystic is I don't want to fight a gym. That's a huge waste of time. Just so much time spent, and then I have to wait 8 hours to maybe get 50 cents.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will, under no circumstances, ever want to do that.
I know, but the whole thing is like if you did it every day and you got your coins and stuff, it all adds up.
It does. But if you had to take down a 6 Pokemon gym every single day to do it, that's too much time. I'd rather be completely free to play and never spend money or never spend Pokecoins.
Miss me with that for sure. Yeah. Here's one other thing though. I think with the whole reset idea, even if the gyms themselves didn't reset, if you have a Pokemon in a gym and it's there for several days in a row, and that's the only Pokemon you have in any gym, at the end of the day, if you still have control, it should pay out for the day. Yes. It should not be when it's knocked out. That whole system has never made sense to me.
Yeah, it's very frustrating if I go and take the gym by my dad's house. I will sometimes hold that gym for a week.
Yep.
With nothing. It's near a park. It's near a library, and no one's just playing Go by it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did I put a Pokemon in there? I guess to feed berries to it, but
I think like a daily payout would definitely motivate people to do more of it. I don't know what else to say. Yeah.
All right. Our last response from Tony in the form of an email. And they said, "Hi, Chris and Kyle. Here are some talking points and thoughts about revamps on gyms. These are all some rough ideas that I've had in the back of my mind for years. Currently, this may be just a personal problem in my local community as I live in a smaller city. Spoofers. This has destroyed my local community incentive to participate in the gym mechanic.
Yep.
This has completely eliminated the possibility of getting our daily coins. With that being said, finally adding badges from in-game gym leaders such as Brock or Misty, instead of, oh my gosh, I can't speak today.
You got it.
Instead of fighting our rival team members, we will be able to participate in a new PvE challenge with certain gym leaders at the helm. You can battle to earn your gym badge, daily coins, and in-game items such as revives, stardust, and potions. Well, we love the flexing and bragging rights of holding a gym. That aspect would also still be retained by using gyms as a local leaderboard. Trainers with more wins of a certain team will have the gym adorned with their respective team colors, as well as a leaderboard with either the fastest time or an underdog category, such as using Pokemon with 1500 and under CP or using types weak against the gym's type. This would hopefully keep players more engaged in more aspects of the PvP optimized teams for each type. The gyms would be on a rotating schedule where once a month the gym rotates with a new leader, even providing rewards during rotations like showcases, rewarding quick and charge TMs, stardust, and rare candies. With rotating leaders comes a new opportunity to also introduce Elite Four members as gym battles, where after defeating all four, you are able to claim either an Elite Charged or Elite Quick TM. This would be a rare occasion, such as Team Go Rocket event takeovers, maybe every 3 months or so. This is just a rough outline of how I would love to see gyms redesigned. Gyms and badges are such a pivotal aspect of every Pokemon trainer's journey, as not seeing it be reflected in Go is a missed opportunity. Sorry for the long email. It's shiny vibes all, Tony.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a great idea.
Yes.
It's like take the Rocket system, take the system for Team Go Rocket, take it wholesale, lift it out, put it into gyms. You don't have to do anything else.
Yep.
And instead of earning a rocket radar, you earn pieces of a badge. Maybe you have to, maybe instead scale it up. You have to fight Brock 6 times to get the boulder badge.
I think it would be more like you get parts of like a ticket or something, and then like 6 of them, to simulate battling the trainers in the gym prior to the leader. And then you can go to a gym and redeem that ticket for an opportunity to fight that featured gym leader to then get your badge.
Yeah, and do it 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
You get to fight the Elite Four. If you beat the Elite Four, you get to fight the champion, who the champion can give it a reward that rotates, just like Giovanni does.
No, I want another Shadow Regigigas. That's what I want out of that.
Okay, yeah, make another Shadow. I love the idea so much. It would actually give incentive to be out and doing that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a very good idea. Super good idea. And that actually was not our last response. We have a voicemail from Lachlan as well. So let's play that. Thank you, Tony, by the way.
Hi, Chris and Kyle. It's Lachlan here from the Star Piece segment on this very podcast feed, wanting to respond to this week's PokéPoll. So, gyms. I have 10 dot points I've briefly typed down. I'm going to try and cover these as quickly as possible.
Thank you for typing
the ability to be able to deploy a restricted Pokemon to the gym. So, have one restricted Pokemon in the gym at a time. So, today, for example, a Palkia. And maybe put Pokemon like Chansey, Wobbuffet, Snorlax, Blissey, and other Pokemon like that on a semi-restricted tier where you can't have both. And have restricted Pokemon drain their CP a lot faster via decay. This will come into sort of sequence with the next point of increase the drop chance for Candy XL and Candy for Pokemon. The higher level gym badge you have at that gym. The current drop rate is not in line with the other ways of earning resources in this game. For example, I probably feed close to 500 to 600 berries at least a week, which is not many compared to some people, and I've only seen a Candy XL drop once for a slacking, so that wasn't as exciting as it could be. And the candy drop rate's about 10 per week. So increase the base candy drop rate and maybe make the Candy XL drop rate 1 every 100 berries. More Stardust and more experience for winning raids at gyms that your team currently controls. I think that speaks for itself. So if it's a Team Instinct gym, go Team Instinct. And we take down a tier 5 instead of getting however much Stardust we get. Maybe get like a 1.1 times multiplier on that. Not a huge difference. And say if you're gold at that gym, maybe instead of a 1 times 1 multiplier, it's a 1 times 2 multiplier. And if you're on the red team and you take down a raid at the same gym when it's instinct controlled, you might still get that 1.1 times multiplier for having a gold gym badge there. Not a huge increase, but enough to sort of entice people to use their local passes more often.
Good to be rewarded.
Add more rare items to the drop table for gyms. So gyms distribute different items from their spinners, or I think they're officially called photo discs, than regular Pokestops.
Yes.
So you've got a higher chance of getting potions, revives, those sorts of items when you spin them. I think the Unova Stone, the Sinnoh Stone, Golden Raz, and Silver Pineapple Berries would be fun to occasionally spin from gyms. Maybe once every 500 spins. So not as common, but more common than they currently are. On that same note, I think it would be really interesting that you could get up to 1 Gimme Ghoul coin from spinning only gold gyms up to once per day per gym. So say if there's 4 gyms in your neighborhood, you've achieved gold on 3 of them and silver on 1. Those 3 gyms, if you spin them once a day, you'll get 1 Gimme Ghoul coin from each of those gyms. That silver gym, you'll have a chance of getting it once per day, but that chance only rolls once per day.
I don't know about that one.
I'd love a return to sender option to be able to bring back Pokemon from gyms for those days where you might not get your 50 coins otherwise. And in a lot of smaller towns and communities, Pokemon just sit in gyms doing not much, and you don't really go to the gym to sit around and do nothing. Have flares that have been put in Campfire appear visually in the map above the gym and on the Pokemon Go nearby screen in-game in Pokemon Go.
Brilliant.
And when you press the Go to Campfire button on a gym, actually open that gym in Campfire. That would be useful. It works the other way around from Campfire to Go. I'm sure they can do it the other way around.
No.
I'd love a medal similar to the Collection Challenge medal or the Showcase medal that allows you to track your gold gym badges and say when you got them gold, and when it's introduced, maybe it just sets all your existing gold gym badges that you have as the day the medal's introduced if they don't already have that metric. But there's a lot of background metrics they have. I'd also like platinum gym badges. So it sort of scales like the other medals do. And lastly, number 10, I'd like the ability to place lure modules onto gyms. And I think it would be really cool, especially around community days, if a lure's deployed, say a mossy lure module, and say 30 Pokemon are caught off that lure by unique players, While that lure's on, it forces a raid egg to appear at that gym, with a hatch time of when the lure is due to end. On that note, also timers for how long lures have left, and maybe a little clock in the gym to show how many Pokemon are being caught off that lure would be a very interesting metric. I'm definitely not sorry for the long voicemail. I have tried to record this 4 times, and this is the shortest it's been. Hope you guys are having a great session. Love you both. Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lachlan. Yeah, I think all those are really good ideas. The only one in that whole list that I don't agree with is the Gimme Ghoul one. I just don't see the point. I don't see the relevance. I don't think it thematically fits.
Also,
you
need too many coins to be nickel and diming your players like that.
It is kind of a pittance at that point. I understand we're just trying to add rewards around this to, make some more motivation for it. But that was the only one that I was like, but the rest was, yeah.
I think the rest are fine additions that actually add a little bit to it. Although I push back on the idea of increased reward for your team holding the gym. We've already done that once. Niantic doesn't want to do that. I don't think it is actually a positive.
No.
It just makes the most popular team want to get to the gym first to take it and flip it so that they can do it. Like if you see a raid egg with 5 minutes and it's instinct and there's any Valor players nearby, they're going to just go take the gym. And you're not going to get your bonus. So
you reminded me, since you're like, yeah, we've already done this in the past. Like this is the old system kind of to a degree. I could not share this response on here because then the ensuing back and forths were not necessarily appropriate to share on here, but the concept is hilarious. On Twitter, somebody responded advocating for a return to the old gym system and was super in it. I loved it, etc. Yada, yada, yada. And then just buried by people like, no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
None of us want that. Please, no. Yeah. And I was like, I mean, yeah, of course, there's some people that are really interested in the way things used to be. People don't like change, but also like the arduous, very, very difficult and punishing old gym system does appeal to some people. Grinding for sure.
Yeah.
But no.
And I will say the last comment for Lachlan's message is I don't think it's enough. I do think everything there is positive. I don't think any amount of rewards you give to players with the current mechanical interaction is going to get people to want to do it.
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree.
That said, now I do have to issue a retraction here. That was fitting because it's from Lachlan. Looking at with rose-colored glasses, October community days. Only the last 2 have been ghosts. So
okay,
yeah, that's it. I have to say because we said it was a tradition last time we were recording because we got Timber this year.
Oh, it's a tradition now because
not anymore because they broke it with Timber, but
it's going down.
They started a good tradition, is all I will say, and then they broke it.
They blew it. They blew it, Kyle. Blowing it. Oh my gosh.
On the topic of community days, though, we have this week's PokéPoll.
That was a good segue. That was really good. I know I'm ruining it by pointing it out, but I gotta say that was really good. Anyways, I'm making it worse. Stop me.
Numbers Community Day has been consistent over the years. What could Niantic do to really shake up the event?
This is not to say that December's Community Day is bad. It's just been kind of the same old hat for a while.
Yeah. And I don't think it's bad, but I do think it's not as good as some people make it out to be.
Well, it serves a very important purpose, right? It's supposed to be the anti-FOMO. If you missed out on some other community days through the year, you can turn to that new player and say, don't worry about it. December will have your back.
But December doesn't have your back. That's the problem. You can't get what you want in December. You have 2 days that they usually do. And you have 6 spawns in each day. 5 spawns on each day.
Yeah.
Let's just say I want Timber. Let's say I couldn't play in October. I want Timber. I'm not going to find 600 Timber on Saturday.
No.
Not unless I go like crazy. Maybe I'll find 100. Maybe.
Chances are you'll get a shiny though out of that group.
Yeah. But I think that the bigger benefit of the days are you get access to all of the exclusive moves on the rotation.
Oh, yeah.
That's the value I see personally from it, in case you find a better one in the previous 11 months that you've had or whatever.
Yeah.
That was just a bunch of like ranting, not actually a suggestion how you can shake it up though, because I have no idea how to shake it up to make it better.
I got one, and nobody's gonna like it, but I got one.
Okay.
I would love for them to start shooting for more like themed community days. Like, hey, some of these, like, there's a new one, but here are also 3 other ones like ice Pokemon that would work really, really well. Or a Pokemon that would otherwise not qualify, I suppose, air quotes, qualify, whatever your parameters are for that, for a community day. Like Snover, and bring Spheal back because that had a community day and has really good moves. I'm trying to think of another ice Pokemon. Sneasel, maybe, you know? And just like have a grouping of that, and sort of like what they did with Incense Day, but not an Incense Day, so it would work. And yeah, that's my idea.
So you want to just see a completely new, unique thing be December's thing?
Yeah, like I'm totally cool with it being a departure from the regular community day format, but I'd like for it to be a little bit more brave and experimental, even if it does remove the highlight, which is the anti-FOMO stuff.
Okay. I have one. This is just off the top of my head. I think it needs refining. Stop putting it all on one weekend.
Yeah.
You have 3 weekends because we're going to discount the week of Christmas. 6 days to fit.
We have to do a raid day on Christmas. Come on.
I'm not going to talk about that one. I'm sure it's going to happen again when we get our December update. Raid day on Christmas, raid day on Easter. It's a tradition at this point.
Keep your calendars free, trainers.
But
Sorry.
you have 6 weekends, and you have 11 Pokemon to fit.
Sorry, 6 weekend days.
6 weekend days. Yeah. Because they always do Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there's a way that you can distribute it that people can actually plan for the Pokemon that they want. Obviously, this is a negative if you want to just experience all of it in one go.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a positive if you have one that you want to actually interact with. I want to play Timber Day again. Okay, well, December 3rd, that's just going to be Timber. Go play. You know, just that's probably not a weekend right now.
Or even if they did like 2 or 3 instead of like 6, you know? Yeah, I'm with you there. Again, you know, adding more agency is always good, right? So if you can make it so that you can target, if you're able to, that's always good. Yep. Agreed. Well, dear listener, if you have an answer to this week's PokéPoll question, which is, one more time, December's Community Day has been consistent over the years. What could Niantic do to really shake up the event? You can answer that question when we post it on Twitter/X. If you're a patron of ours in the Discord, we have a channel dedicated to it. You can also answer on Spotify in the app if you're listening there. If you're watching on YouTube, yes, we do have a video version. Please go ahead and subscribe to that. It's cool. You can answer in the comments. Or you can send us a voicemail to 262-586-7717, or you can send us an email the old-fashioned way to mail@gocastpodcast.com. And speaking of emails, Kyle,
it's time for emails.
And no voicemails this week. Their only email, we got one. It's from Kevin Red Bull, and they said, "Hey, Kyle and Chris. It's Kevin Red Bull here. What's going on? I feel like it's been a hot minute since I sent in an
email
and not a voicemail. I'm very excited to say I was graced with the presence and am now in the possession of a Galarian Articuno yesterday. And with the Halloween event, it was a beautiful background screenshot. Party play. My friends and I have done several parties and we enjoy them. I didn't notice my team setups were erased. I supposed it just wasn't a big deal to me. I do with the rewards.
Wish.
Thank you. I do wish the rewards were more worth it in any way. The biggest reason for doing this is if you're doing raids, you want that party power. Yeah, that does kind of seem to be the biggest benefit there. Question: what is your favorite particular Pokemon in your account? Mine is the original shiny Tyranitar I am currently walking as a best buddy. I received it in a trade from my fiance, New Little Tuna. The Mega is beautiful. Tyranitar is my favorite. I love using it. Sorry for the long email. I hope you guys are doing well and happy first shiny vibe. What? First?
Happy first shiny vibes all? I don't know what that means. I don't know. Just shiny vibes all.
Yeah. Sorry for the long email. I hope you guys are doing well and happy. Shiny vibes all. Kevin Red Bull. P.S. Kyle, I am bestowing you increased shiny luck on all ghost types. The increase lasts until October 31st at 11:59 p.m. I'm assuming local time. Chris, you have increased shiny hatch luck on all eggs. Increase expires at the same time as Kyle's. Thank you. Although if it's at your pleasure, why wouldn't you just give us these bonuses year round? So cruel, Kevin. So cruel. Okay, so your favorite particular Pokemon in your account, Kyle?
I have a shiny 96 Kyogre that I got. Was my first Kyogre raid that I did on Tyranitar Community Day that first day many years ago now.
Yeah.
And
nice.
It's very good. I use it. It's my mega as well. It's maxed out. Well, actually, no, it's like 47 or something like that, but still.
Yeah. Mine, I've talked about this a million times, and I've got a lot of mileage out of it, but it is my Hundo Klefki Lucky trade from Zoe in Seattle. And the reason I mention it is because it represents a lot of things that I just don't do. I don't go out of my way really to get regionals from people. Like I do it, but I'm not focused on it. I almost never trade. My Hundo luck is not that great. So like to me, it's just a cool talking piece because it's got a story attached to it, a lot of other things. And I can't really say that. I mean, like I have a Shundo Espeon, which is like my follow-up. But other than that, like it doesn't have a cool story. Oh, I caught a Shundo during Community Day. Great. But as a talking point, the Klefki is awesome. So, yep. All right. Well, if you, dear listener, have an email you'd like to send to us, you can by sending it to mail@gocastpodcast.com. And one more time, the voicemail line, if you'd like to call in, is 262-586-7717. Visit our website for all things GoCast Podcast at gocastpodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter/X at GoCast Podcast. If you'd like to help support the show, you can monetarily via Patreon. That's patreon.com/GoCast Podcast. And $1 a month gets you access to our Discord. Come hang out. It's cool. We'd love to have you. Get to know you a bit better. All right, Mr. Kyle, I think it's your turn. Last week I did this. We gotta give some love to our elite trainer tier patrons.
All right. Shout out to elite trainers Bo, Daniel, Lori, Michael, Ozzy, Arkham, Marvin, and Mimi, Sports Thayers, Justin, Jason, Charles, Motters, Lee, William, Evan, Ethan, Steven, Nick, Kelvin, our favorite listener, Drew 2, Camo, The Ugly Rock, Jacob, Victoria, Cyrillor. Cyrillor. I say it wrong every time.
The Jason and Justin flipped was prime. That was really good. Physically, if you're not watching the video, physically we both reacted. Like, whoa, hold on a second. Great. Okay, yeah. And if you don't want to support us monetarily for whatever reason, you can still help us out by leaving us a review wherever fine reviews are sold, which means not Google Podcasts. So yep, which is apparently going away. So maybe find a different platform. DeFi and Fish, this means you. All right, so let's set some goals. What do we have going on this week? We've got
we have part 2.
Yeah, we've got Dia de Muertos, which will happen next Wednesday. Yeah, so if we
all assuming we don't get to record on Halloween, so who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. We will see. So let's play it safe. Otherwise, I suppose.
Yeah. So I got Buddy Progress and Mega Progress. I'm very close to being done with my Mega Progress until I get a new Mega.
Nice.
I'm going to put the Shiny Phantom on there for something I'll never see, but boy, would I like one.
Yeah.
I feel like I need another goal.
I mean, I've gotten away with setting 3 for a while. You can set 3, but Buddy Progress and Mega Progress kind of lacks a little bit of creative energy,
Yes, I agree. It's just trying to make sure that I actually finish them forever. You finish your goals. I'm going to see if I can come up with something else for the moment.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so 50 eggs as per usual, although I realize I might be shooting myself in the foot here because of the short turnaround time if we do record on Tuesday, but we'll see.
What's your egg count this week?
35.
Okay, you could do it.
I could do it. Shiny Phantom, because I too enjoy banging my head against a wall. Everybody else has gotten one, Kyle.
I know. Everyone's like, oh yeah, 200 checks, no problem. It's like, really?
Oh my gosh, get out of here. And then 250,000 Stardust. I'm very close to 10 million. Very, very close to 10 million. And I think that'll get me right there or to 10 million. And so there we go.
Okay. I'm going to open gifts this week.
No, you're not.
I'm almost out of Pokeballs because I haven't been spinning enough stops. I have like 150 Pokeballs. I have more Great Balls than Pokeballs right now.
If you wait for Community Day, you can buy that box in the web store with 500 Pokeballs, Kyle.
Yeah, maybe if you want to buy it for me, Chris.
I feel like you'd still be like, I don't want this.
I would, but I'd be like, well, I have them now, I guess.
Fair. All right, cool. Good. 4 goals versus my 3. I think you might win already. Looking at this, you've been kicking my butt.
I don't know. Neither of us are getting shiny Phantom. And let's be real, if one of us gets it, it's going to be you. So
I don't know about that. I already got my shiny Zorua, so like my luck is already tapped for the event. So
that's true.
Yeah. Anyway, good luck everybody listening with the rest of your Halloween event. And we'll see you in the next episode, 258. Until then, shiny vibes, all that good stuff. Bye-bye.
Bye.